Shalom Akim. This is Yabatazah. I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to all you brothers out there doing the work of sincerity and truth, striving for the elect and enduring all afflictions and seeking out your own salvation with fear and trembling. I want to do a video tonight. Lord willing, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai will let this video upload perfectly and remain on the channel. Um, some brothers may know, some brothers may not know, but I was it's been more than 2 weeks already when I was flagged and they took down a video. So I wasn't able to upload videos because of it being my second strike. So I know I have all eyes on me right now, and Lord willing, like I said, Yahweh Shai will keep this video up and not post up anything that'll hinder this video, according to, whatever it is that they go, their standards and their guidelines and things of that nature. So, Lord willing, let's just jump into it. I want to start out with Job 9:24. It says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" Okay, so we all know what this is talking about. All right. If you want to get technical and detailed, you can, but in a nutshell, the people that govern this earth, that rule this earth, are individuals and nations and groups of people that are of the contrary ways of the Most High, who the world calls God, who the world calls Jesus, which we know those true names. We know the true names of those powers that I just mentioned, which those names that I just mentioned are not the real names. Okay, and they cover the faces of the judges thereof. They cover the judges. The judges are the ones that bring forth true judgment. They use proper um, discernment and things of that nature, and distinguish between what is good and evil, what is beneficial and not beneficial to individuals, to the earth, you know, as individuals, groups of people, or nations. But those judges have their faces have been covered, meaning their minds, their ability to exercise judgment. Okay. But like as I stated, if you want to get technical, you want to get detailed, um, you can with this scripture. And I'm not gonna get into those things right now because we all know. If you don't know, go back into the videos of mine and you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. And it says, if not, where and who is he? So if righteousness was dwelling in the earth, or if righteousness is not dwelling in the earth, why not? Who's stopping it? Where and who is this man that's doing this? Because it says the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Now, the premise of the video and the scripture that I'm bringing now is because I get certain notifications, through other platforms of certain things, and one of them that I received, I'm not gonna mention the platform for Esau be trying to find any way to cut me off, cut my videos off. So I'm not gonna mention the platform, and I'm gonna go to a more generalized platform, which is Google, and go through there and speak about the video, speak about that on the video, and it's regarding an individual that is a clothing designer. Okay, and when I clicked on the notification, I seen what I saw, which you're about to see. It was just like, I'm there's times that you can. you're just like you deal with things, right? You just deal with it, like, man, it is what it is. But there's times where you're just like, man, this is ridiculous already. This is enough. When is it gonna stop? You know? So that's what it is. It's one of those times for me. And so yeah, let's get into it. So from here I'm gonna go into Google and I'm gonna bring it right up. His individual's name is Rick Owens, an American fashion designer. All right. As you see, I'm gonna read his name, Richard Saturnino Owens, known as Rick Owens, is an American fashion designer from Portville, California. All right, 50-year-old man, you know. Uh, so this individual is a fashion designer. So when I clicked on that notification, I saw what it was that he was pushing. Not that I am subscribed to this individual, but to that certain platform regarding, clothing, footwear, the new movies, new shows that are coming out, things of that nature. Um, so I don't necessarily know what I'm going to be hit up with. It's just more of like a generalization that I'm subscribed to as far as like fashion, footwear, movies, uh, television shows, things of that nature, but not to this individual. So when I clicked on it, like I said, I saw the things that this man was pushing. So I want to go ahead and just show some of those pictures, and I'm not gonna click into them for the reasons of uh Esau, you know, seeing and deeming it improper. You'll more or less understand, So these are the images that I saw. Okay, so if you look at them, you'll be like, oh, well, what's the big deal? Because they're not, they're not blown up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not in real high quality detail or right now. Maybe on your end, you know, um, but for example, this one right here, I'm gonna click on this one. You see exactly what's in the middle of his chest. Baphomet, goat's head. And Baphomet, when you break down that name, is baptized in wisdom, but it's not wisdom of of the Most High. Okay, their wisdom comes. Their I'm not gonna call it wisdom, but their knowledge, you know, their ideas come from the left hand side, which we know as being evil, from Satan, the adversary. That's who the main chief of the demons on the left hand side operate in individuals on the earth that are wicked. So this is what I was seeing, when that notification kicked on, and this man is, it's just we have enough proof to know that this world is engulfed in witchcraft, Satanism, Lucifer, worshiping Lucifer, and the Luciferian doctrines and mysticism and Kabbalah, you know, Catholicism, idol worship. We know you know, you brothers that know me, that we know that this is no new thing. But it's just getting to a point where they're just openly pushing whatever it is that they feel. And it's acceptable. They're not being deleted, they're not being threatened. They have statues of Baphomet, children surrounding this individual, a deity, this demon, and it's acceptable. Individuals can have the pentagram tattooed on their face or their heads or their arms, their body, and be at a working, at a company working with individuals that don't subscribe to that, and it's acceptable. But they have to keep their mouth shut. And if you open up to that, you speak up against that, you're marked an enemy, and more likely you will lose your job. So this individual man, This is what he's pushing, and it's obvious, man. Like it's obvious that this individual is into witchcraft, Satanism. He doesn't believe in a God. He don't believe. He believes in evil as being his light and good. Anything that that the scriptures speaks against, he's for that. He doesn't deem evil. He doesn't deem it. He deems it natural. He deems it acceptable. You know, and you brothers and sisters that listening to me right now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. What these people subscribe to. They're at opposition against anything that is called and is of the Most High. Okay, so like I said, this is just one small thing. You can click on them and you see these individuals and they look like straight demons, man. They look like demons. Hamites. Look at this. It looks ridiculous. Evil. It's full of evil, you know? Just by seeing it, you can feel it, you can tell. And that this is what these people are into, man. And look at it. This is a guy and he's wearing those boot things like a female, what a female wears. But they'll tell you, nah, men can wear those too. They're boots. Nah, man. That's what a female wears. Look at this dude in the gray right here. Look, it's just it's confusion, cross dressing, and they're making it acceptable. And this is highly acceptable amongst the rich, like Hollywood, the celebrities and things of that nature. They be dressing like this, man. They have special occasions where they dress like that. You may see them, like your famous celebrity, dressing cool and J's or, just real chill, kick back. But there's special occasions where they be dressing like this, man, in certain occasions, you know. But if you look at these pictures on your own, you'll see that there's the his whole clothing line is representing Baphomet, you know. Like this individual right here got those boots, those green boots are made out of hair. It's like goat's legs, like a goat, And if you can just visualize it, the whole outfit it looks like a goat, a Baphomet. And they look like straight up demons, man. And this individual right there with the white, with those green boots over here to the left of the screen, is has a pentagram in the center, right there in his groin area, man. Look at this. Like straight demons, man. Witches. Lame. And this is what these people are into this stuff, man. Look at this. That's what they be wearing whenever they do their rituals. They be buying this stuff and they wear it because it's fashion to them in those times, you know? But yeah, when I saw this, there's um even if there wasn't any pentagrams or any representation of Baphomet, things of that nature, it would still, it's evil. It's evil apparel, evil fashion. And if you don't know, let me pull this up. For you younger guys, man, there's an old movie. It's a horror movie called Hellraiser. And this is exactly what they be looking like, man. They're dressed, in all black, latex, you know. There's no new thing underneath the sun, man. They've been into this kind of stuff. Now it's just accepted. It's openly, um, it's being openly put out as fashion and acceptable, you know. This is for real, man. We live in times, man, of great darkness. There's nothing good out here, man. Everything is polluted. Everything's messed up. It's evil. It's a scary place out here, man. You know, and they're bearing rule right now. But the children of the Most High, the elect, they're the ones that are revealing these things, along with other people, other individuals that have, their knowledge. They're bringing it out in the light as well. They may not necessarily subscribe to the Hebrew Israelites or being called Hebrew Israelites, but they believe in the scriptures, you know. But this is the type of stuff that is being pushed out, man, and it's been being pushed out for a very long time from the beginning of time, you know. So that's what brought me to this, and let me come back over here because what I found interesting, right, regarding this individual, Rick Owens, his middle name is Richard Saturnino. To me, that goes right back to Saturn. I'm not gonna go into Richard or Owens. I'm gonna stick to that middle name, Saturn. Okay. Well, if you look up Richard, you can go back into like being king or lord. Okay. Then you have Saturn, which goes back to Satan ultimately, and it's a sixth planet. All right. So, real quick, let's go over here. I have it pulled up for Saturn. The etymology. Well, Saturn. Let me come up here. Saturn mythology, right, was a god in ancient Rome religion and a character in Roman mythology. He was described as a god of generation, dissolution, plenty, wealth, agriculture, periodic renewal, and liberation. Okay, so this Saturn, if I'm not mistaken, he was equivalent to Kronos. Okay, Kronos, and I think it says right here, yeah, equivalence to the Greek Chronos, the Etruscan equivalent to Satri, in Hinduism, Shani. Okay, so but the point I want to get to is here where I was at. Let's see, the cult outside of Rome. It says little evidence exists in Italy for the cult of Saturn outside Rome, but his name resembles that of the Etruscan god Saturus. The potential cruelty of Saturn was enhanced by his identification with Kronos, known for devouring his own children. He was thus used in translation when referring to gods from other cultures to Romans perceived as severe. And you can go into the whole Roman mythology and you can, put the dots together and how it all connects and everything like that, but it's too much. I'm just gonna, Kronos was basically the head. Um, so it says he was thus used in translation when referring to gods from other cultures to Roman perceived as severe. He was equated with Carthaginian god Baal Haman, to whom children were sacrificed, and to Yahweh, what is, we know his true name is Yahweh, whose Sabbath was referred to as Saturni Dias, Saturn's day. And it goes down. It says, oh, let me just read it. In a poem by Tibullus, who wrote during the reign of Augustus. Eventually, this gave rise to the word Saturday in English. So that's where we get the word Saturday from Saturn. Okay. The identification with Baal Haman later gave rise to the African Saturn, a cult that enjoyed great popularity until the 4th century. Besides being a popular cult, it also had the character of a mystery religion and required child sacrifices. So we know, let's go down. So it says it's talking about child sacrifices, man. That's what's going on in our time. It's being spoken of. It's being shown in many movies, it's everywhere. Symbols, a spiral of a diamond spiral, it all or a triangle spiral. It all goes back to pedophilia, human trafficking. Killing children. You know, this is for real. It's been going on from the beginning of time until now. It's still here. And they're all worshiping the same deity. They're just known different names in different cultures and different eras of time. It says, where was I? It says that it also is considered as an inclining to monotheism and the ceremony of initiation, the misty initiation, enter beneath the yoke, a ritual that Legle compared to the Roman Tigulum Sororium. Even though their origin and theology are completely different, the Italic and the African god are both sovereign and master over time and death, a fact that has permitted their encounter. Moreover, the African Saturn is not directly derived from the Italic god, but rather from his Greek counterpart Kronos. So it mentions devouring children, right? Uh, the Carthian god Baal Haman, okay, which we know Yahweh says, to stay away from that name, stay away from that god or that demon Baal. Okay, so it mentions sacrificing children, African, and well, I thought it goes back to Saturnalia right here too. Saturnalia, that's where they got the Roman holiday, which is we know it today is Christmas. All right, which is a pagan holiday. Okay, which they're all into all that stuff, man. They're all into that stuff. In the dead of the winter, when it's cold, no life. Okay, so real quick, I want to look up Baal Haman. Let me see. Hang on. I think there's another one up here where I can click on it. If I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Let me see. Hang on. If I can't do it from here, then I'm just gonna go straight to the scriptures. Yeah, it's probably. I was gonna try to click on the link to go to Baal Haman. Okay. Anyways, let's go back. All right, let's go over here to the scriptures then. So I'm gonna look up that name Haman. All right, let's go to Joshua 9:28. Let's look up that word Ham, just to make the connection to uh Ham or to being African. All right, so let me go back. Let me slow down. So right there in Haman 8:25-40, come na come one come one, right? It says warm springs. The outline of biblical usage, Haman, warm springs. The Strong's definition. It says from age 2552, warm springs. It comes out of Jacinius Hebrew Chaldee Lexicon. Let's go into that real quick. It says warm or sunny. Okay. So let's go back. Let's come up here to the root word etymology from H2552. Kamam. Kamam. The outline of biblical usage says to be hot, become warm, to be or grow warm, of passion, to become aroused, inflame oneself with. Okay, so as it stated when I was reading in the Wikipedia, it says that he was equivalent to be, Kronos, eating children, severe of one of the gods. So Baal we know as God or power of wrath. Okay, so this man is a power of wrath that works on the left hand side with Satan. We know that, and there's no righteousness in him. That's why I said that earth is given into the hand of the wicked, who changes the faces of the judges there, because a judge casts his righteous judgment. If not, where and who is he? So it's being shown to you who he is. So it says here, Strong's definition, to be hot, literally or figuratively, inflames self, get, have heat, or that's it right there. But it literally means to be hot. Okay, whether it be literally or figuratively, it's to be hot, meaning to be wrath, full of wrath, anger. So let's link it up. So it stops right there, 825:52. Come on, right? It don't go any further than that. So let's go over here real quick to see if we can put it the connection though. Let's look up Ham, because it mentioned the African uh Saturn, if I'm not mistaken. I'll go back and look. So right here, um, and Noah was 500 years old, and Noah we get Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Let's look up Ham, 825:26. Come, right? The outline of biblical usage says hot. So the Strong's definition, come, the same as H2525, hot. So let's click on that real quick. Come, hot, warm, hot, warm. Kamam, H2552, and it goes right back to the one I was at. To be hot, become warm. To be or grow warm, of passion, figurative. So this individual is full of wrath and anger, and he wants to push his satanic agenda on individual people, man, on the world. Okay, that's why he's equivalent to Baal Haman, Haman, right? Haman. So let's go back real quick. I just wanted to. I was, I found that interesting because it made that connection. It is in his name, his middle name is Saturnino. If you can't see the connection, then I don't know what else to tell you, man. It's obvious, and this is not a hard thing to break down and to see through the spirit. But yeah, it right here where it says he was equated with the Carthaginian god Baal Haman, which the Carthagins were that was in the region, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, right there with the so-called Africans, which would be the Hamites, the Canaanites. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm wrong, Salakia, but if that's what it is. But yeah, like it says here, it says the identification with Baal Haman later gave rise to the African Saturn. See, so they carry that same old Babylonian customs, those witchcraft traditions, still to this very day, man. Using Baphomet, using Nimrod and Semiramis and Tammuz. It's all still here, man. Human sacrificing, the worshiping of the phallus, the Baphomet. That's what it is. It's just a a demon, man, that is portraying as to be love and equality and things of that nature, but really it's a wickedness. It's on the contrary side of the Most High. The Most High, that's why he separated all the races. He didn't keep them all together. He gave them all their own separate lands and their own ways. Okay, so um, let's go back to this individual here. So yeah, when I saw that connection. Richard Saturnino Owens. Okay, and he's pushing that agenda, man, that whole satanic agenda. You know, and you can go through and look. Just this dude. You can just look at him, man. He got that wicked smile, man. He looks like basically looks like straight up like somebody from The Hills Have Eyes. You know, and right there, that's his wife. That that thing right there is his wife. It's Michelle Lammy. That's a straight up. That's demonic, man. That's a witch. Look at it. I I don't even want to look at that. Straight up, man. But I'm showing. This is the type of people that are behind the scenes, man. That are calling shots. That are respected and they're feared by the celebrities and people, that are up there, man. Because these people they deal with that kind of stuff, that power of Satanism, human sacrifices and spells and things of that nature, man. Like these people are mentally disturbed people, man. They think that we are because we speak up against these things, man. These atrocious, these heinous, these activities that they do, man. These crimes that they do contrary to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the law, statutes, and commandments, man. You know, this is for real, man. This ain't this is really these people. This ain't no act. This is really them in their true form, man. You know, if this ain't a witch, man, where and who is she? You know what I'm saying? This is one of many. There's a lot of witches out there, man. A lot of people that are into witchcraft. You know, some of them are real discreet. They look normal. They look like your average person, your working person. But then when it's time for them to be summoned and they go to their meetings, whatever, they change, man. There's certain attire that they have to wear to go through certain initiations, to perform certain summons, to summon certain demons, to make certain things happen in the earth or in their life or whatever it may be, man. These people, this thing is for real. It's just like that other Abramovic, the one that does the whole eating thing. She, well, they make it seem like it's art that they're eating like a human body or whatever the case may be, but really they be doing that stuff for real, man. That's just the show. The show they portray it's witchcraft being performed, put on you, thinking that it's all art. It's just art. Nah, man, this stuff they really do this stuff, man. Look at it. Looks like she's with a shit. Who's that? Kim Kardashian. Look at that. Boom. These people are juiced in with these people, man. You see that? You see how she has like a big thing around her stomach? That's a costume, but that's an actual demon that's in that movie Hellraiser. It's like a fat demon. Matter of fact, if I can pull it up, see like how she's real skinny, but she just has that thing around her. See, there's a fat demon. Yeah, look. See that one over there? But it hurt. But still, you see what I'm saying? You know, it's a fat demon, man. So you see him over here to the right, and the cube that he's holding goes back to Saturn, man. When you go into it and you look deeper into it, that goes back to Saturn. The cube. I think you look up the Saturn of the cube of Saturn or Saturn of cube. Yeah, the cube of Saturn. You know, and how that goes into that whole star, the six-pointed star. Because if I'm not mistaken, even on Saturn, there's it looks like a six-pointed star, which I believe would be the pentagon, if I'm not mistaken. You know, but it's all connected, man. It's um these people are highly into witchcraft, man. And if I'm mistaken, I seen a picture with this individual with I believe it was Travis Scott, and he's obviously the hype rapper, this time, and I don't think he's all that. I think he's whack. I don't think he's all that. Straight up. That's just my opinion. Some other Jakes out there may think he's all, nah, man. Like there's greater rappers out there and that that really can, get down and make good music or just flow, man. They know how to battle rap and stuff like that. Like I don't think this guy is that good. But for whatever reason, the elites, these people in Hollywood, uh lift him up to that standard, man. But I seen him with this lady. If it wasn't him, it was probably ASAP Rocky, you know. But that's that man's wife, you know. So it's crazy, man. It just it blows my mind, man. And these people are highly accepted. They are regarded as um, people to be accepted, man, to be respected. But yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and end it with the scripture here. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 12:1, for thine incorruptible spirit is in all things. Therefore chastenest thou them by little that offend, and warnest them by putting them in remembrance wherein they have offended, that leaving their wickedness they may believe on thee, O Yahweh. And that's what he's doing to the elect. That's why, we go through certain things. He's purging us, putting us through certain things to stay humble, to look upon his name, to look upon his mercy, man. You know, and to remember and to leave to cast off this world, to cast off the darkness of this world, flesh and things of that nature to the best of our ability, because he's Yahweh is causing judgment to play on the earth, man. If you can't see that, again, these videos ain't for you, this message ain't for you. It, this place is being judged and it's going to get worse. And these people that I'm showing you that are out here, man, whether it be just regular little agent peon type workers of Satan, they're they're gonna show their true horns too, man. They're gonna be doing some things out here. In every major city, every small city and town, people are being abducted, people are being murdered, killed, people are getting beat up, stabbed. It don't matter if you're an elderly person, if you're in a wheelchair, if you're a teenager, a child, they're killing people. Drug addicts, gang members, drug dealers, they all are part of that corruption, of that beast, of that earth is given into the hand of the wicked. But check what it says in Wisdom of Solomon 12:3. It says, For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy holy land, whom thou hatest, right? So the Most High hates, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices. And there's many things that they do, man. They sacrifice wherever they have their little sacrifices, their things. That's just major. Excuse my language. That's major, and it's a heinous crime, man. It's unacceptable, and no word on the earth can describe how that's not to, that shouldn't be happening, you know. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, he's our voice, he's our judge, he's the one that's gonna make things right. We could say whatever we want, you know. It only goes so far, but the intent and the mind, the spirit, the Lord knows, and it speaks, it cries, it speaks more than our own words, man. You know, because like I said, you know, videos are getting cut down and all this stuff, and that don't make me afraid. But you know, at the same time, this is our our platform, whatever it is the brother may have, and we use that to push that, you know. But you know, it that's the time that we're in, man, and we got to make sure that being circumspect and doing this thing to the best of our ability in a wise way. Yeah, that's why Yahweh Shai said, "Be harmless as a dove, but wise as a serpent." Okay, and it's crazy how is there a snake in it? It's two snakes going at it, but one's gonna outsmart the other. It's just like Moses and the two magicians with their rods. They all turned them into snakes, but Moses' snake ate theirs up. Why? Because he was more wise and more keen. He was more quick. Yeah, there was something different about him. He was more wise. So it says in verse 4, it says, "For whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices, and also those merciless murderers of children, and devourers of man's flesh, and the feast of blood," and they be drinking blood, man. Okay? They murder children, they kill men, they drink blood, they do works of witchcraft, wicked sacrifices, whether it be animals or humans, or they may even off one of their with their own. It's like they do the celebrities, man. They have their own blood sacrifices. That's real, man. That's real. That type of shit happens even within like people's own circle, man. Like just by snitching, giving them up. I'm not talking about like wickedness, but you understand what I'm going with. They be giving each other up so they can get a less sentence or whatever the case may be. And it can happen even within righteousness. Look what happened to Yahweh Shai, man. He was betrayed, you know, giving each other up. There's always a blood sacrifice, and they be doing that. It says in verse 6, with their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crew, right? And they have their own what they call warlocks and witches. They're high priests. They don't have the priest of Yahweh, you know, and they worship idols, Baphomet, Satan, they worship themselves, narcissistic behavior. They have the extreme narcissist. What do they call it? A malignant narcissist, or what basically malignant is dangerous, man. They're dangerous people. They'll kill you. They won't. They're not playing. And then you got the psychopaths. They're narcissistic as well. Psychopath tendencies, or they're blown out psychopath. They have no mercy, man. Merciless. That's why it says, and also those merciless murderers of children. Verse 6, with their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crew, and the parents that killed their own hands, souls destitute of hope. It says, and the parents that killed their own hands. Hang on, let me get my sword because that ain't right. Let me get it right here. Let's see. Verse 6, and killed with their own hands souls destitute of help. Okay, con. So it says, um, and that killed with their own hands souls destitute of help. People that were helpless, man. They'd be killing off the elderly. They'd be killing off the homeless, or even Jake. Just Israel, the ones that can't help themselves. They'd be kidnapped. There's a documentary. I think it's on Hulu, or yeah, I believe it's on Hulu. It's about there's like 30 something unsolved murders there in Atlanta regarding children. They don't know what happened to them. They're kidnapped, murdered, and they don't know who the killer is. I think it goes back in either the 80s, 90s, something like that. It was like a long uh period of time where these kids were coming up missing, man. Jake, Judah, you know. But yeah, man, this is what was going on in the land, in the promised land, which we know today as Israel, but before it was known as the land of Canaan, which were Hamites. Okay, that's where they were practicing all this stuff, and they're still doing it to this very day. But now another nation, a group of individuals, Edomites, taking it over. They're the ones that taking those secrets from these different, the left hand side secrets of these other nations, and now they're using it to their advantage, or to push their agenda, to deceive people, to you know that's what's going on, man. It's heavy stuff. This ain't just something that's going on. There's heavy vibrations out here that are going on, man, and it's affecting you. You don't even know it. It's affecting your children. You don't even know it. That's why you constantly have to be speaking to yourself, speaking to yourself and reading, and meditating and praying in the name of Yahweh Bashim Shai, and talking to your kids regarding what's right and good, what's good and evil. You can only do so much to keeping them from school, from keeping them from friends, from keeping them from being on the internet. You could try to do all that some way, somewhere. They're gonna come across it. But as long as you keep staying with yourself, staying with them verbally in the spirit, you have hope, because these people, man, they're working, man. Everything is full of subliminal messages. Everything is full of evil. It's marked, tainted, full of evil, and the words spoken it, man. You know, full of feminism, women being lifted up, women, just feminism. Everywhere you look and turn, it's women are being lifted up, men is being brought down. Every movie you see that's what you see, man. The woman is saving. The woman is doing that. She's the strong one. But I just wanted to bring that out, Lord willing. Like I said, man, wasn't able to make any videos, and it's just been real kind of cautious, and just hoping for the right time to make a video. Because I felt that time was right. But as soon as I put up that video, man, it was taken down immediately, and told me I couldn't upload videos for 2 weeks, and that was my second one. And you know, the spirits on me was on me to make this video regarding that, and Lord willing, it'll stay. Uh, but it's nothing you brothers don't know. Y'all know how this world is and things of that nature. But it's still good, for individuals to see the evil appearance that is being pushed out into the earth, man, and how it's accepted, and people can't say nothing about it. And when they do, you're marked as an enemy, okay, or you're made a prey, you know. But the true men of the Lord are the ones that are doing it, and and the true men of the Lord in the scriptures, they were hunted, they were killed, they were marked as being evil and witches themselves for speaking against what they did, the evil that was being committed in the earth, or spoke up against nations, or Matter of fact, let me bring this one out and I'll end it. This is Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. So the true prophets always spoke up. They've always spoke up of evil, okay? But we also know that the prophets had to endure a lot of hardships, you know. This is Romans 11:32. And what shall I say? And what shall I more say? For the time would fail me to tell of Gideon, of Barak, of Samson, Japheth, of David also, and Samuel, and of the prophets, who through faith subdued kingdoms, wrought righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouths of lions, quenched the violence of fire, escaped the edge of the sword, out of weakness were made strong, waxed valiant in fight, turned to flight the armies of the aliens. Women received their dead raised to life again, and others were tortured, not accepting deliverance, that they might obtain a better resurrection. And others had trial of cruel mockings and scourgings, yea, moreover of bonds and imprisonment. They were stoned, they were sawn asunder, were tempted, were slain with the sword. They wandered about in sheepskin and goatskins, being destitute, afflicted, tormented, of whom the world was not worthy. They wandered in deserts and in mountains and in dens and caves of the earth. And these all having obtained a good report through faith received not the promise. God or Yahweh having provided some better thing for us, that they without us should not be made perfect. Right? So that's where it goes into, like, there's still another sheepfold that had to be brought in, and it wasn't that time for those men that suffered these things to be brought into the promised land, which was the ultimate deliverance. There's still time that had it, as we're in 2021, 2021 right now, man. So that great gathering, that promise that those men that had to go through these things it's going to be fulfilled and rewarded. So with that, hope it was edifying. Till next time, shalom.